Okay, so let's do it again. um, yeah, so this video is a follow-up about the previous video that we did about what is the first aid together, which is, if you don't know yet, check out the video in the description below, which is the previous one. But to sum up, it is going talking to girls. You need to make a habit of going talking to girls in your everyday life, wherever they are, wherever you meet them. Go talk to women. And as a fun thought experiment, what you can do actually is, for a week, every time you get out of your house, of your apartment, just count the number of girls between 20 and 30 that are not obese, that you can, even though you are not necessarily attracted to them, I mean, if it were 2 a.m., it will do it. And just count the number of opportunities that pass by. Just becoming aware. It can be a first good step, becoming aware. And as I said in my previous video, at the beginning, you may want to target more about the girls that you are not necessarily the most attracted to be, in order to build your skill and your confidence on the process. But that's a bit later. For now, in order to go from where you are to having your basically having your game on every time you get out of the house, because this is really that. Every time you step outside of your house, outside of your apartment, you need to get in mind that the game is on. You have to perform. Every time you step out, the game is on. It's something that you need to remember, and actually also do that, anchor that. Every time you step out, you can tell yourself the game is on. And this will do a few things. It will actually put you in the mindset of seducing, in the mindset of socializing, and so on. So that can be a first good step. But what I want to talk about today is, if you just try to do it, okay, I step out and I'm going to talk to any girls that pass by and try to seduce them, most likely you will fail, because there is a few transformation that you need to do, and action, in order to get there. So today we are going to talk about the first transformation that need to happen, because most likely than not, currently you're in the mindset where you've spent almost most of your time being unattractive to women. What I mean by that is, basically, if you are working remotely and so on, you spend your days in the best case in jogging, and in worst case in pajamas. So, and whenever you need to get out, you just put the first thing that passes and you get out. And a few times, even though during this time it's complicated, but normally during the weekend and so on, you go to meet friends, socialize, get to some party and so on. And during this time, you put your A game to look as attractive as you can. Okay, so basically what it means, you are spending 90% of your time being unattractive to women, and only 10% of your time being attractive to them. So this creates a general mindset that you don't feel attracted to them, and basically you are not. And so this needs to shift. You need to be 90% of your time being attractive to women. And so basically this is your day-to-day life, every day. Every time you step out of your apartment, the game is on. But the issue is your A game, the one that you pull on during parties and so on, it's maybe a bit too much. So you need to develop what I like to call a B game. A good game, if you rank it from A to Z, and Z it's the one you are currently on every day, it's a B, it's just slightly below, where you want to focus on being attractive enough to the best of your ability, but not being awkward during normal day-to-day situation. Because wearing a suit every day, it's strange, just weird. Don't do that. Even though it's a nice suit, don't do that. So probably yes, you don't have this big game. You are just taking whatever clothes you have on your hand, and you just put them and move on with your day, which you have to stop doing it. So there is a few points. First, the clothes. You need to have a set of clothes. So I'm going to talk about short-term solution and a long-term solution. The short-term solution is you take the best set of clothes you have in your closet, and from now on, you wear that when you get out. So you make sure those are clean, smell well, and you put them on every time you get out. So that's the first short-term solution, because if you don't have the clothes for your everyday, enough clothes to wear every day, okay, that's the first short-term solution. But in the long term, you need to invest. You need to spend some money on a few different set of clothes that you can wear during the week, that suits you well, that puts you in your best, in your most attractive setting, basically. Same for the shoes. Nice shoes. Don't just put by default the shoes you put every day just because you like them, they are comfortable, and it's been 10 years that you have them. Just don't. Stop. Yes, yeah, you put on shoes that fit to where you are going and are nice to look, nice looking, quite new, not necessarily brand new, but not as I said, not clothes, not shoes that you have from 5 or 10 years ago. Okay, and you wear every day. No, those ones are done, they are dead. You can wear them at home if you want, or when you are not meeting anyone, but other than that, every time you get out of your house, game is on. I will repeat, game is on. So then about the hair, you can see I wear a hat because I'm fucking lazy. I don't know what to do with my hair. So wearing hat for me is a good solution to look clean, as long as I'm getting this clean. But for other people, wearing hat is a solution for me because I have a lot of hair, and I'm sorry to tell that, but if you start losing hair, the best option for you is just to shave it. And the reason, hear me out. If you wear a hat to hide something, it just means you are not owning who you are. You are ashamed of yourself, and you are trying to hide. And this just send wrong signal. This shows that you have low self-esteem, and you don't think you are attractive enough. And the solution is to basically to shave, owning who you are, and basically you are losing hair. In the end, this is what is going to happen. There will be nothing. So be proactive, shave it. But I'm not the the best person to talk about that, because as I say, I have hair, so. But there is a lot of community online that are talking about that can provide you emotional support, because at the beginning that can be tough to do it, to assume shaving your head. So go look for those community to help you during this process of transforming yourself, or of owning your genetic legacy. Basically, this is that. And from what I know, the people that did it don't regret it. They are usually feel more confident. They can show their self much easier. Because it comes down to that. If you hide part of yourself, it just means you're ashamed of part of who you are, and this is completely difficult for you to then go walk to a girl with confidence and say, I want to seduce you. I mean, with the intention, because if you think you are hiding something, you will send wrong signal. But yeah, so go look for those community and shave your head. Then shaving here, as you say, it's not that clean because I didn't leave the apartment during all day basically. But yes, you want either to completely shave or have a clean cut on your beard. And if you want to have a beard and let it grow, make sure you clean it, take care of it. A beard is, maybe you want to you are letting it grow because you think it's more easier and you're lazy, but actually it's more work. You a clean beard, it's important. You need to really take care of it. So find the balance. But yes, don't overlook that. Same for your hands. Take care of it. Don't bite them. Yeah, I know this is a lot of basic stuff, but all of this are micro signals that show that you are taking care of yourself, that you are trying to look good, and yeah, and those signals are very important to women. They catch on them, and more than that, I mean. A quote from I think it's Wes Watson, someone like that, is the way you do anything is the way you do everything, and if you just don't take care of yourself, you are putting in your mind the fact that you are not necessarily have a high esteem of who you are and so on. Well, if you do the opposite, you spend the necessary time to take care of yourself and to look good, it will boost your self-esteem. So I don't care if instead of 50 minutes to take your shower and go directly to working without taking the time, you need to spend as much time as needed. If it takes 1 hour to get ready in the morning to look good, it takes 1 hour. That's it. You can't get around it. And yeah, also there is this aspect of smelling well. I think that's obvious. Nobody likes people that smell bad. But there are a few aspects to that. First, your clothes. They need to be clean. They need to be, yes, just clean. You need also to clean your tongue, because there is a lot of smells that can go from that. Because I'm not really an advocate of chewing gum, because it's not really good for your health and so on. So you can do it, but you really need to be careful with it. It's not a lot of good idea. And also, I'm not really that much in. I mean, putting perfume on your everyday life maybe a bit too much. Especially, I'm not sure it's really good for the skin, but you can do it from time to time. Just don't overdo it. As I said, we are looking for a B game, not a game. And the A game, yeah, you want to look to smell good and put on perfume and so on. Yeah, no question about it. But the B game, I mean, in our everyday life, if you are doing too much, it can be awkward. Why are you smelling so well? Basically. So yeah, so a lot of little things. So when you step out of the house, game is on, and you know you're as attractive as you can be for now. And I'm saying for now because there is a lot of other things that come into looking attractive, which are being healthy and being fit and so on. But those things are more long-term solutions, and I'm going to do a specific playlist about diet, workout, and so on to be as healthy and as fit as you can be, so you can improve your attractiveness over time. But for now, we are looking about what you can do now and the easy steps and the easy habits you can build. And finally, I think this is a point that a lot of men are just overlooking about women. Women spend a lot of time thinking about how they look to look attractive to you. And your responsibility as a man to look attractive to women is to do the same. Not necessarily as much, because women are conditioned from their early age to really pay a close attention to that, and also society is promoting a good-looking woman and so on. So it's going to be difficult for a man to reach this point. But I mean, if you want to get girls, you need to pay attention to how you look, and as women do, basically. I think it's common sense. So I think you can learn a lot from women, because if you pride yourself that going to a party just takes you 15 minutes where a woman is preparing for 2 hours, think again. She's maybe right in the extreme way, but she's more right than you are, clearly. You don't have to spend 2 hours, but at least spend 30 to 1 hour getting ready. And as I said, this will be for a party, so your A game. So you need to do the same for your B game. In the morning, don't do the bare minimum just to get by. Spend as much time as necessary to be well prepared to, when you step out of the house, the game is on. As I said, the game is on. This is something I said earlier, but you can do this experiment. When you step out, tell yourself, the game is on. It will condition your mind to be social and being in the mindset of a seducer. So all of the things I just told you are just basic common sense, but if you don't do them, this will have a ripple effect and a snowball effect in the rest of the process to get the girls. So those habits, those basics habits, are really important. They are small, but the small one are usually the biggest one, because when you're approaching a girl, the last thing you want is questioning whether or not she finds you attractive, or at least as attractive as you can be, because this is that. If you want to maximize the odds of getting any girls that you can have, you need to maximize your odds, and maximizing your odds is looking as attractive as you can. So, big game, you set it up directly from the morning, and when you step out, game is on. I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and like the video, subscribe, and see you next time.